Okay, then welcome to take 3. Since this camera wants me screwing and messes up the recording, but welcome to my Monday Night Raw review. Welcome to the first Monday Night Raw review of this year. First off, hope everybody had a great New Year. You partied and that. Wake up, wake up. It's the first of the month, so get up, and burn it down or whatever. But this is the first Raw of this year, and kicking it off tonight for Monday Night Raw. Pretty much tonight will be the Intercontinental title on the line. Roman Reigns versus Samoa Joe. If Roman Reigns gets disqualified, he automatically loses the Intercontinental Championship. But as before the show began, Alexa Bliss was talking to Kurt Angle since she had to go against Asuka tonight, which I don't even know why Asuka doesn't have a title shot. She's been undefeated for like 3 or 4 years now. She'll just pretty much get a title shot at this point just because. Bliss tried to get out of the match, but Kurt Angle kept saying no. She tried to say that she could win the Royal Rumble and go to WrestleMania to face her, but that's not going to happen. You will face her tonight in a non-title match. So get ready for it. As Kurt Angle's music hit, he came down to the ring talking about it's going to be a great year this year for Monday Night Raw. We got the 25th anniversary in a few weeks, and just like last year was great when he became the general manager, it's going to be greater. He pretty much went on to say John Cena will be in this year's Royal Rumble, as there will also be 30 women participants in the Women's Royal Rumble. Which, we know it's not a full 30 on both Raw and SmackDown, so expect to see multiple loads of NXT, Mae Young Classic, or Legends return in this Women's Royal Rumble. So expect to see a lot of women that you haven't seen in this company for a very long time be in the Rumble, as well as NXT and Mae Young Classic competitors. I expect to probably see Trish Stratus in the Royal Rumble, so most likely I think we'll see it, but just kind of wanted to point that out there. So there's going to be a lot of people that's going to be filling up some spots in this Rumble. As Kurt Angle went on to speak, Sheamus and Cesaro came out saying we won our titles back after what happened last week, even showing footage of Jason Jordan hugging Kurt Angle after winning tag team titles. And they said we demand a rematch, as Jason Jordan then came out, which he kind of got "you still suck" chants, if anybody had heard that, and pretty much says, you don't deserve a title shot, we earned our shot, and it's no favoritism here, and everything. As Kurt Angle pretty much looked on, he said it's going to be Cesaro versus Jordan right now, but as Seth Rollins came out, he told Jordan, you're making mistakes right now, and you need to learn how to be a teammate. He says, look, right now, you're about to be outnumbered since Sheamus is right there, and you're making a big mistake, and I'm looking out for your well-being, because I don't care, but this affects me in the other half of the tag team championships, and we need to be partners, and he needs to stop being self-absorbed, as I'm just here to watch you lose to Cesaro, okay? And as Jordan had his back turned, Cesaro knocked him from behind, and even Seth Rollins says, didn't I tell you after being knocked out of the ring? As the match went on, which I felt like there was a "this is boring" chant for some reason. I swear I heard someone chant that, but the match wasn't really bad. Sheamus tried to get involved, but Seth did too. Rollins pretty much did distract. So Cesaro in a way, he went after Sheamus, but Jordan won with his pop-up neck breaker, winning the match. As Seth pretty much tried to do a fist bump, but didn't do it, and he pretty much smirked at him then. So Jordan got a good win right here against Cesaro. Renee Young was talking to Roman Reigns in the back, as Roman Reigns says he was going to go after Joe, and that Joe was a punk, and he would try to do his best to stay within the rules. They pretty much went to multiple women throughout the night. Sasha, Bayley, and Absolution talking about how they're going to win the Rumble. Bray Wyatt went against Apollo Crews in a match that went way too long, if you ask me. Even Dana Brooke trying to get involved, but even though she got involved, she got knocked down into Titus, since the Titus Worldwide was out there, and knocked to the ground. So that happened. But since as that went on, Cruz pretty much tried to get his finish at the end after the distraction, but Wyatt hit the Sister Abigail for the win. Like I said, this match was too predictable, and this crowd was literally dead through this whole match. This is Miami, Florida, by the way, but no one cared. You thought this was a cruiserweight match going on. tonight, and it was predictable. I just don't know why they needed this much time. They pretty much went into Matt Hardy, the Woken screen, as he said he is going to hunt for Wyatt's dreams and nightmares. He's going to extinguish darkness and delete him, which he went on to do that laughing thing again, which they went from 2 screens to 4 screens to 100 screens, then just like the video online for 10 hours, which I'm really not a fan of the laughing thing, because that looks like all they're relying on is Matt Hardy laughing and not doing the other broken stuff. Yes, he does the laugh, but he never overdid the laugh that much when doing the broken gimmick. So I'm really still not sure in this Woken gimmick. It's a little bit the same promo before in the week, kind of like the week before, so it wasn't a really lot going on here. And, they talk about the Sister Abigail. Like, I still don't understand this whole Sister Abigail thing. It's so convoluted, it makes no sense if you look back with it with Orton. But, this match, I mean, this whole feud, and I don't hate on the feud, but they just kind of relying too much on the laughing with the Matt Hardy promo. It's a little bit the same. They need to do something different like they did with the Goldfish. Nia Jax had some soup for Enzo since he had the flu. By the way, there is no Cruiserweight title match tonight. Alexa Bliss tried to say, tell her that it's either him or me, trying to give her an ultimatum, which I don't know if she acts like they're friends again or something. She needs her in a corner. I thought we already established this, because literally they're friends and they're not friends and they're friends and they're not friends and friends again and not friends, which doesn't make a lot of sense. So it's like I could have sworn that we're not friends anymore and this was already established. But Alexa Bliss, but pretty much trying to remember where I'm going at this. Jax left, said the soup's getting cold, and pretty much Bliss says everyone lost their mind, as Bliss did go against Asuka in a match that went too long, literally way too long, that was kind of uneventful in the beginning. And this is how this should have went right here. But Asuka should have killed her in under minutes, really. This went on for almost 15 minutes in this match. And I'm surprised this wasn't even for the title, because if it was for the belt, she would have been done and killed her. It's like she's been undefeated for so long, so I don't know why they tried to make this competitive, because like more Bliss was trying to be a pest heel out there than a competitive champion. Asuka did win regardless with the armbar, but this match just kind of went on too long. Asuka should have just murdered her, like damn near squash level murdered her. In a way, that's how it should have went. She should have just dominated her. Because even I'm surprised. I'm not saying Bliss got that much offense in, but she still did. And like I said, Asuka should have just killed her. Renee Young was talking to Samoa Joe in the back, which pretty much chose, which one line that was really great by Joe when he said, Dean Ambrose is at home living off his wife's paycheck, which she's standing right there. You just look at Renee Young as annoyed, and he said he would become the new Intercontinental Champion. So that was a great promo by Joe. Savage, but still a great promo by Joe. Yeah, but that's sort of the women thing. Like I said, Asuka should have murdered Bliss. That match went on too long. Braun Strowman went against Rhino. ECW chants happened. As Slater kept trying to get involved, he got on the mic. He said, listen, you can sit there and cheerlead and be quiet, or you can get in the ring and catch these hands also. Which Slater did eventually get in, and since the ref didn't really say no DQ thing, there was not any type of DQ. Strowman pretty much went with the power slam and then murdered them with several power slams as the crowd chanted one more time and went nuts for it. They just went crazy for it, and he kept power slamming everybody. They went to Reigns and Seth Rollins in the back, talking to Seth told him to calm down, says both of the Shield members are holding gold right now and everything, but Reigns says he's going to pay for what he did to Dean Ambrose. Nobody hurts our brother. And Jordan tried to come in and say, me and Seth were there to watch out for the bar. Okay? So, believe that, and but Reigns and Rollins just looked really embarrassed right there for a second, like, ugh. Try to be almost lame like Kurt Angle's done in the past in a way. Strowman then talked to Kane in the back and said they need to team up, I guess, or some plan to get rid of Brock Lesnar, but Strowman says no deal, I'll do this on my own. Kurt Angle then was on the phone and back to Finn Balor came out saying I'm the first Universal Champion, never lost it, and says I'm gonna be in the Royal Rumble, but Angle said I thought you'd be here, it's great, but I thought you'd be able to 6-man tag your partners against Elias and the Miztourage, which pretty much Gallows and Anderson. So Bullet Club comes back in a way. So I gotta show that off just real quick, the shirt. But I guess we get the Bullet Club kind of returning. There were fans chanting, "Too sweet, whoop whoop." And, it's kind of funny. Of all the times they finally bring the Bullet Club or Balor Club, whatever, is literally right around the time Wrestle Kingdom is this Thursday, by the way. So everybody watch out for that. That's going to be a great, awesome show. New Japan's biggest show of the year. Which is kind of how the real Bullet Club will be there this Thursday for Wrestle Kingdom. So did they do this just to think people, I don't know, take a shot at New Japan? I don't know, but the Bullet Club comes back in a way, but they still do that nerd line, Gallows and Anderson. It's kind of odd, yet both Gallows and Anderson, which have been booked so horribly on this show, in WWE in general, which they're just become jobbers at this point, and Finn Balor just faces jobbers every week and beats them nowadays. So it's pretty strange. Roman Reigns winning Samoa Joe for the Intercontinental title, which this match was long, but it was really good. Yes, there are things where Roman Reigns' matches become predictable in a way I see now, when he goes for the first spear and just misses. And Joe, and then he did argue with the ref, and then Joe argued with the ref then after even tried to get the Coquina clutch on him then. Allowed him then, because Reigns did almost get in trouble with the referee after shoving him. With Reigns pretty much, like I say, he dodged Coquina clutch and hit the spear on Joe for the win. So does he have another opponent after this? I don't know. I don't know if they even want to still do the match at the Royal Rumble since he beat Joe tonight. So we'll see as this goes. Paul Heyman was talking to Krenning back in the back about the conspiracy against Lesnar, like Kane and Strowman. Gulak and Daivari are out there since Enzo's not here and he's under the weather, or some say he partied with Diddy last night. Which, by the way, Cedric didn't get none of these cruiserweights get no reaction. Cedric Alexander was out there, and since we get no cruiserweight title match tonight, he has a partner with him, which is Goldust for some reason. He says he doesn't like both of them, so Goldust is allegedly face, which is so odd. And here's another thing somebody told me tonight. It's so convoluted again with storyline that wasn't Goldust a heel facing like the last time we saw this guy on TV, he was facing Wyatt as Dustin Runnels. He was even Goldust last time. He was Dustin Runnels, and then he was beating up Finn Balor at one point. And he was supposed to be this heel, like really old school Goldust heel. That was supposed to get some sidekick, but that never happened since SummerSlam. He was doing all those vignettes every week, doing movie pictures, but didn't happen. Just didn't. And Goldust was literally like the only star out there, because a lot of people didn't react, but pretty much Cedric got the lumbar check for the win at the end. Gulak with that uppercut. Well, yeah, Gulak and not Gulak, Alexander and Goldust win the match. Booker T did, when they were announcing the matches for the Royal Rumble, Booker T did botch it, pretty much the triple threat match, saying Brock Lesnar will face Brock Lesnar, so we expect that to be on Botchamania. Elias was out there on the guitar as they pretty much, singing, playing the guitar, and had the Miztourage out there as they were about to sing also. And as they did, pretty much Gallows and Anderson came out, then Balor came out, and they all did the Too Sweet thing, which they talked about how they were in Japan as they were chants of Too Sweet, whoop whoop, which this match was kind of quick. So we got to see some version of the Bullet Club right here tonight. Literally the original Bullet Club, honestly, pretty much the first incarnation of them. It's just they don't really have a lot going on right now, but we decided to bring them back tonight. Gallows and Anderson, they just been buried so horribly on this show and literally done nothing, and now they finally get some hope in Balor. They just have no direction for Balor since they think he's bland and he's not over, allegedly, since that whole plan with Brock Lesnar just that ship sailed. So allegedly they believe he's bland and he's facing jobbers every week. It's just like a lot of these guys have nothing going on. Miz comes back next week. Brock and Paul came out. Paul talked about the match for the Rumble, how the deck's stacked against him, but it's not. It's in his favor. Kane and Strowman will lose. Challengers, champion. It could be a challenger, challengee, challenge, whatever. One-on-one, they don't stand a chance. So he's not afraid of Monster. He's not afraid of anybody. The favor is with Lesnar. There is no devil's favorite demon for Kane, because Heyman's been down there and he says the demon himself is Brock Lesnar. And he said something, I couldn't tell what language he was speaking, Paul, but I don't know if it was like an Italian or something. Like I know he's Jewish, but I didn't know he was speaking at the end. And this was the weird part. This ending was lame. Okay, this ending sucked. Kane comes out, immediately chokeslams Brock. Brock rises up like Undertaker, slash Kane, hits him with the title, I think, or just clotheslines him out. And then you got half the roster out there already pulling him apart. And pretty much Brock is laughing, and they try to attack each other, but they all pull Kane back, and then Brock held the title up, and that was it. No Strowman didn't come out. Strowman was just in the back watching the screen. And this kind of makes Kane look weak. It's like one step toward, two steps back. It's like he comes out and just does a chokeslam, and then Brock just laughs at it. How are we going to take Kane seriously if you're making his finish look weak? His chokeslam just looked weak. That's what happened. He made his chokeslam look weak. And Strowman just stood in the back and did nothing. And this match really ended at the 10:05 mark. So this wasn't really going on with this feud. Like I said, this triple threat just... I don't know. We know Brock's going to retain. It'll probably be Roman versus Brock at Mania. But this segment was bad. This wasn't even a good full apart brawl. Yeah, the fans trying to let them fight. But Miami was kind of quiet here and there throughout the night anyways. And this segment was just lame. This ending just felt lame. Okay, it really did. This was just kind of chokeslam. He laughs, knocks out the ring, pull apart. That's it. It just went so quick that I just didn't care, or the crowd didn't care. It just looked lame in the end. It just wasn't good. It really wasn't good. It was a very lame ending. I don't think a lot of people really got on board with it. And like I said, where was Strowman throughout this whole thing? So I don't know where this is gonna go. So we'll see at the Rumble. But to see that end, I just thought that ending was lame. I really thought it was. But as for Monday Night Raw tonight, Raw had its good / bad parts in some ways. Some things didn't make sense. I still think Asuka should have just killed Bliss out there tonight. I don't know why it and Cruz was so long. The ending just was not good. Bullet Club / Balor Club kind of return and debut in a way. Something, I guess, but it was interesting at most. Reigns versus Joe. It's predictable. It was still a good match. So, yeah, that's Monday Night Raw tonight for the first of the year. But I'm sure we got SmackDown tomorrow night. But the show I'm really looking forward to this week is, like I said, Thursday will be Wrestle Kingdom 13. It's going to be big. It's going to be a great show. You have Omega versus Jericho. You have Okada versus Naito. You have a lot of matches going down that card. Will I try to do live reactions to this show? But I don't know, but I will see. We know Japan and America have 2 different time slots, but I will be getting that New Japan World thing to watch this show on. It's going to be great. Awesome, I say. But this is my Monday Night Raw review tonight. I am out of here. This is the first one of the year, so wake up, wake up. It's the first of the month. Got to go with the show without flow. So, hey, we're done with this Monday Night Raw review, so don't let it hit you to the dough. I'm out of here. I will see you guys later. Peace, and comment and subscribe.